Today on the galley, teriyaki beef. But we're doing this with ground beef. This is a great recipe for using a pound of ground beef and feeding a lot of people, and also a great recipe that you can have on the table in like 30 minutes. So I've got my rice cooking back here. I went with the jasmine or basmati. I think are both perfect choices, or just white rice. And I've got my 12-inch skillet heating up. I can feel it getting hot over here. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to do just a little swirl of avocado oil. And I want to do my red onions. And I just want to cook those for about a minute or two and just get them started. If you like that really kind of raw red onion crunch in your stir fry, then you can put them in with the other vegetables. So now I'm going to add 1 pound of ground beef, breaking that up. I'm going to add a half a teaspoon of kosher salt, a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper, and a half a teaspoon of my Chinese 5 spice. Cooking earlier, I made teriyaki sauce. This is super easy teriyaki sauce, and it's going to be linked in the recipe. But basically, I opened a can of my pineapple that I had canned last October, and I used the pineapple juice, brown sugar, ginger, garlic, and a little cornstarch. So if your ground beef has a whole lot of fat, you want to strain that off. You can see this one was really, really lean. So next, I'm going to add my peppers. And you can do any kind of vegetables you want. This is just kind of what I had, but you're welcome to use any vegetables that you want. I think peppers and broccoli are kind of classic. Adding my broccoli. So cook this for 2 to 3 minutes, and I just like to keep it moving. Next, I'm going to add that pineapple. Now, you don't have to use canned here. You can use fresh pineapple. And then I'm going to top that off with that homemade teriyaki sauce that we made. And then we're going to let this cook about 2 to 3 minutes. So now we're all done. I'm going to lay some rice down. And then we're going to top that with some stir fry. And that sauce thickened up in there. There it is. Isn't it pretty? Super easy. 30-minute. Way to use 1 pound of ground beef. Everything homemade. It's delicious. You're going to love it. Send me a picture if you make it. I'll see you later.